black man, just be who you are. Young black man, you were meant to be a star. Young black man, keep yourself away from violence. Young black man, keep your ass away from hoopla and all of that. I do think it's really serious that we do not go and try to assassinate political candidates. That's just not healthy to the democracy. It's just not the way it's supposed to go. Honestly, like, just to be fair, and like, I don't really like necessarily have a real hatred for the dude. I don't know him personally, so it would be crazy for me to hate him. But I do think like you kind of gotta let the process go however it goes, and then you stand in it either way. That's kind of what makes America great. So with that being said, to be fair, man, fuck all that, man. I ain't shoot the nigga, bro. Like, it wasn't me. I ain't the nigga who shot at him, and it ain't really my issue. Like, you get on stage and you talk all of that shit, you better be ready to stand on it. Remember, you keep comparing yourself to black people. This is an issue that black people have to deal with. A lot of black people walk around their neighborhoods and just be minding their business and almost get assassinated sometimes. And, like, we got to live with that. So the more and more you compare yourself to black people, the more and more I hope that you start to learn some of the negative connotations that come with the black experience, besides the ones that benefit you. So with that being said, next time to the shooter or anyone who chooses to take these type of actions, bro, why would you waste your life and miss? All right, with all that being said, like, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section, and we're going to get into this video. So, as the days go on, more information pops up. And I just want to specify to all of my mildly educated street neighbors that this was a Caucasian male. It was not a black male. And that was like one of my biggest fears coming into this, that it was going to be some radical black dude who's just running around, like really doing some crazy shit. And they was going to be able to pin this on us for the next 49 years, like they did the DC shooters. So yeah, as more information comes out, we learned more, and it was a Caucasian male around the age of 20, and he was bugging. So we got a different angle of the shooting. That's like the very first thing I want to look at, is the new angle of the shooting. So let's get into it.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Now, I bet you Trump and a lot of those Republicans who vote against gun restriction laws are probably kicking themselves in the ass right now. Because, let's be honest, like, let's not sit here and act as if there's just a blanket law that's trying to be passed that wants to walk into random people's houses and take their guns. A lot of this is just mental capability, mental stability forms, making sure people are properly mentally stable, vetting people who may have mental issues or diagnosed mental issues, things like that, so they don't have long rifles, so they don't have handguns, so they're not a threat to the people around them. There's an interesting law going around, and I can't tell you exactly what state is fighting against it, but it's like people who own guns that get into domestic conflicts with their partners should temporarily have their guns taken from them, and they don't like that. And like, if you just look at the statistics, it kind of makes sense, bro. And like, these type of laws that Republicans are fighting against, that the NRA is fighting against, is because of situations like this. I do not think it is in any one of our individual existences that we should be trying to play judge, jury, and executioner. But the world is a cruel place. It's cynical, and there are crazy people who will go and try to assassinate a former president. With that being said, we should try to do everything within our power to make sure that those crazy people who run around with long rifles and scopes on them and play Call of Duty in real life don't have the capability to get those types of weapons. And call me a liberal, call me whatever you want to call me, that just seems kind of okay in my book. So yeah, like, as we all already know, boys try to smoke him, put him down. Boys try to disconnect his head from his shoulders, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. The Republicans got a real big, like, This is a crazy win to have, but this is a win for the Republicans. They're gonna juice this for every drop of juice they can get out of it. I promise you that. But there is a little more of a development in this same saga that Fox News is covering, and let's see.
So, new reporting now. The Wall Street Journal says the suspected shooter had explosive devices in his car.
They always got explosive devices, boy. Like, I don't even... Yo, honestly, how did they be figuring this out?
That's according to sources in Butler, Pennsylvania. Age 20, Matthew Thomas Crooks is the gunman. He was shot and killed with a sniper's bullet on top of that building about 300 yards from where the president was speaking. You're looking at the road where police had cordoned off this car late last night as we went to bed well after midnight here in Milwaukee. They had responded to this scene and were looking inside it. Taking last night to the home now that's near the area where this attempted assassination killer had lived. So security was tight, certainly, going into Milwaukee, and it's going to continue in a significant way for this week's Republican convention here in Milwaukee. In fact, things may change. We'll see. Then came last night's assassination attempt on the former president. The FBI, the Secret Service, now working with Milwaukee police to boost security here at the RNC.
So that's pretty much it. And my entire take on this is, if you didn't watch the live from a night ago, then I kind of went on a spiel, and that's up. So if you want to go search through the live and figure that out, you can. It is up. And thank you to the community for coming through and chatting and us getting into various debates about various topics, straying from here to here. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so like I really I don't know how to do this on YouTube without becoming a target, right? But in all seriousness, when are we gonna have a conversation about white on white crime? I'm just saying, like, statistically it's there. You always hear about black on black crime. You always hear about the inner cities, the urban areas. But when are we going to have a serious conversation about white on white crime? When are we seriously going to talk about the fact that there are, if not an equal amount, more shootings in rural areas than across America than there are in the urban centers? The statistics show. Like, it blows my mind that we see things like this happen, and the news is going to cover it so nicely, but they never treat us with the same grace. They never treat us with the soft hands. It could be a kid who got shot coming home from a graduation party. They're going to put up a mugshot if he got one. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's a black kid, they're going to put up a mugshot if he got one. They're going to try to justify it without saying it. They're going to try to justify his death in some way, shape, or form. But when white kids go running around doing things like this, we just kind of all treat it as like a one-off situation when this happens hundreds of times per year. Not presidential assassinations, but these type of large gatherings, these mass shootings, things of that nature, these happen frequently enough. Honestly, to all of my black subscribers, I shouldn't even be talking about this. This ain't really our problem. This ain't our issue. Like, you kind of gotta let the white people figure it out on their own. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, to all of my my Caucasian unmelanated subscribers, I want to know from you guys in particular, is there a problem in the white community when it comes to these type of situations? Because I think most of us would agree, like, hey, how y'all keep getting away with just running around like this, doing this, and no one, like, if this was black men running around doing this, bro, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. Thank you guys as always. Thank you to my new members. I'm gonna put them on screen. I'm making a video specifically for you guys coming within the next day or so. So be wary of that. With that being said, I'm out.